Well, what a treat this is. Gary Smith III is with us on the Bruin Insider Show. For Nick Cope, I am Brian Fenley. Gary, this is going to be a lot of fun. I guarantee it. Coming off another win for UCLA. They're 3-0 going into the game upcoming this weekend. We'll talk about that against Utah. But I got to ask you to start this off. You are a third.
I am
so
a third.
What unique set of responsibilities does that have for you, knowing that you're a third and what that means?
I just try to, being a third, growing up, it was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure because, my dad, my granddad, I was just trying to be better than those guys. So, I mean, it's going okay so far. Just got a long way to go, though.
You're from a small town in Tennessee, Shelbyville. Now you're here in L.A.
Yes, sir.
How does that upbringing and your experiences before UCLA, how does that shape who you are now?
I'm still the same person, still a very simple guy. Like, I'm in L.A. now, but I'm still like a very, very simple guy. Just chill, I'm still a country boy at heart. Yeah. Let me say it like that. Still a country boy at heart. But, just growing up there, just the morals you have. I feel like a lot of people in the South are very respectful and stuff like that. So that always takes you a long way. And that's how I try to live my life.
So on Instagram, you have over 10,000 followers, and you've got a new follower in me, and I'm sure Nick as well, as we boost that up as far as your fan club.
Yes,
but what I noticed in your bio is something to the tune of you want to stay humble, you want to stay hungry.
Yes, sir.
When are you feeling like you need to be most humble, and when are you hungriest?
Every day, regardless if it's going good, bad, or ugly. I feel like even when it's going real good, you got to stay humble, because things can always change. So I always try to keep myself level-headed and stay hungry.
As a defensive tackle, the work you guys do doesn't always show up in the stat sheet. You got to actually watch the film to understand what makes a defensive tackle really good at their job. So how do you measure success then?
As long as I'm helping the other guys make plays, that's my job, Being a defensive tackle is almost like being an offensive lineman. You don't get all the glory, you don't get all the fame and stuff like that. But as long as I can take on the double team and help Darius Moose out, get a TFL, hey, I'm happy, he's happy, we all happy.
They must be happy in the gym seeing how much weight you can put up. What is it like? So if I'm in the gym with you, Nick and I'm doing 15-pound dumbbells, and then you're next to me, like, what kind of weight are you putting up here? Give us a sense of what it's like getting in a weight session, a gym session with you.
With Gary Smith, it depends what we're doing. Are we benching? Are we squatting?
We're going for the most weight, whether it's squatting, whether it's benching. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
My squat might be my most weight, probably like 650. I think that's the most I've ever done.
So you need about 4 of us to put that up and down.
Something like that.
Hey, you're feeling healthy, feeling good. I know
Feeling
last year
good.
you had to
Yes,
go
sir.
through some injuries.
Yes,
That's always tough. What helped you get through that to where you are now?
Just staying level-headed. Like, when you're going through those injuries and stuff like that, like, you never know. You can get up, you can get down, stuff like that. So you just always got to stay level-headed and keep grinding towards it. So, like, this season, I'll focus – this off-season, I'll focus on working out, getting in better shape. I know shape was probably the reason I was getting injured and stuff like that. So I'm in the best shape I've been since I've been in college. So eating better, so everything's going good. I'm excited.
Gary Smith III is with us on the Bruin Insider Show. For Nick Cope, I'm Brian Fenley. All we have heard from Coach Kelly, yourself, your teammates, is just how good the defensive front is.
Oh, yes, sir.
And how just it is ravenous to the football. When did you first realize that what you guys have up front is special?
Actually, I first realized it off the field, just like the connection we have together. Like, yeah, we have something special. Like, all of us would just come up here and just hang out all day, just kick it, just having a great time with each other. So, like, once I realized, like, I know well, I can't say that, but I can't say that. But I know a lot more about my teammates than I did last year because I just transferred here last year. I feel like we're all, as a unit, we're all connected and together. So I feel like it makes it better when you know the person beside you has your back.
You're connected off the field, and then when you guys go on the field, how would you describe just the attitude and the mentality of you guys in that defensive tackle room?
Oh, yeah. In the D-line room period, we just trying to get after it. You know, we got a standard we uphold, and, like, we always pick with each other. Like, say somebody misses a play. You missed that? Like, you going to miss that? Like, you know, just holding each other to a certain standard where we all just keep each other accountable and just want to be the best we can be for each other. It's more about playing for each other than anything.
You've got that team bonding, which you're just talking about,
yes,
and
sir.
your teammates are all holding each other accountable, and the coaches. What is your way of keeping yourself and holding yourself most accountable? What do you do outside of what the coaches and the players and even your family want from you as far as being accountable? How do you take that to the next level yourself?
Are we talking about in football or?
Football, outside, the way you live your life, and how you and your vision is of what it takes to keep yourself accountable and what that means.
I just try to be the best I can be every day in any category. So whatever I'm focusing on that day, I'm going to be the best at it in the world. And that's what I try to do every day. So say I want to be the best big brother today. I'm going to make sure I call my sister. I want to be the best son today. I'm going to make sure I call my mother and let her know I love her. You know, if I want to be the best student, I'm going to study, like, just everything. I try to be the best at everything. So whatever I have to do that day, I'm going to be the best at it.
In that defensive front, there's kind of this trend of you guys who are transfers now in your second year,
Right.
Darius, Latu, the
Right.
Murphys, yourself, and all you guys are playing really, really well. How much more comfortable is it here year 2 versus year 1 for you?
I feel like I was saying earlier, we know each other, so we know where he's going to be. I know where Gabe's going to be. I know where one of the Murphs going to, the Murphs going to be. I just know what they're going to do. They know what I'm going to do. So I feel like us coming together in the offseason and stuff like that, we're just all comfortable together. Yeah.
You mentioned your mom and calling her and telling her how much you love her.
Right.
How does she reciprocate that back to you and tell you, in whatever way, how proud she is of you?
Oh, she does that every day.
How? What's an example?
Well, Facebook posts and this is one thing people don't know about my mom. My mom's my biggest fan for sure, by far, by 1,000. Like, my mom, she always calling, texting. Even if she doesn't call and text, she's making sure I know that she's always just she's always just there. She's just there. Even though being so far away from home, you know, Tennessee is, where I'm from is 29 hours away from here. And the fact that they drove all the way out here to the first game instead of flying, I know my family loves me, you know. So just, she doesn't even have to say anything. I know.
Nick, if I could just add really, really quickly, and we'll get right to you, of course, how much of what you're doing is because of your mom and the drive that she has instilled in you?
All of it. Because if it wasn't for her and the sacrifices she's made for me, I wouldn't be in this position. And she made me believe that I could come do this. Like, imagine telling a Shelbyville, Tennessee a 9-year-old kid, that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I'm a small city kid. So just knowing that and her actually making me have that faith in myself, yeah, I give the world for my mom. I love my mom for sure.
You said you're a country boy at heart, but what's the most LA thing you've ever done?
Ooh, that's a good question.
like personally, I've waited 2.5 hours for a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Like, I probably
really?
wouldn't do that anyway, but you know, something like.
The most LA thing.
What do you think your family would maybe, you know, roll your eyes or give you a hard time for?
They probably give me a hard time for trying to surf.
Trying to surf?
Yeah, imagine me
How'd that
trying
go?
to surf. It didn't go too good. It didn't go that well. I tried it though. When we all went to the beach, we had a beach day. I had got in the water, and I was trying to surf, But then I had to think, you don't know how to surf. Like, but it was a good time trying it, though. It was definitely a great time.
Well, as we wrap up this conversation, maybe you're not the best surfer when it comes to the waves, but you are surfing through the offensive line of other teams and working your way into the backfield. Gary Smith III, Nick Cope, I'm Brian Fenley.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys,
so much, man, for joining us on the Bruin Insider Show.
Thank you.